All right, so today I'm going to ask you to actually look at your life and realize how many things you're probably paying for, specifically in this video, subscription-based models or plans or programs, whatever you want to call it, that you're paying for and you're probably not even using. Which brings me to point number one was I hadn't gone in over a year. Today, before I canceled my membership, I asked the guy, when was the last time that I checked in? And I come to you today, it's December 3rd, 2025. He said, the last time you checked in to a Planet Fitness was in Florida in 2024, October 18th of 2024, bro. And I'm sitting there thinking, it's just like, you do the math on that, right? And that's what? That's like $300 a year plus a $50 membership fee, somewhere around there. I'm not great at math. I'm not great at quick math either. I'm even worse at quick math, but it's somewhere around there, like $300 a year. And I opened the account because I asked him, when did I open the account? He said 2018. And I remember when I opened the account, it was when I was touring heavy and I wanted to be able to work out while I was on the road, and I wanted to be able to shower while I was on the road. So Planet Fitness was my go-to. They have them in every country. It was super convenient. But here comes along the pandemic and it shuts down everything. And I realized that I'm actually not using this gym membership anytime after, say, about 2021, I'll just say, but I actually probably stopped using it in 2020, sometime around 2020. I was paying for something that I wasn't even using, and this is a silent money leak. Like, my money is just being extracted from my account and I'm never even realizing it. I'm never even thinking about it. And this happens to millions of people. Corporations thrive off of this. And it's just like, once I actually listened to the conversation they were having at work about people talking about their gym and what they're working on, I was like, wait, I have a gym membership and I can't even remember when the last time I went was. So I thought about it while I was working the rest of the day. I work 12 hours a day lifting heavy boxes and doing stuff. I'm an active person. I have a morning routine where I do push-ups and sit-ups. It's not gonna get me jacked, which is not my goal. It was never my goal when I joined the gym, and it still isn't my goal. My goal is to just remain active, and I'm accomplishing that every morning and with my job. So I don't need the gym. Point number two, I come back to $25 a month. It's not a lot of money. It's something easy to not think about it. And in reality, you're right. My plan isn't $25 a month. It's probably like, it started at like $22 a month. And then I think it went up to like $23.99. So it's maybe like $24 a month. And I know there's an option where you can just join for $10 a month, which probably still adds up being around like $12 or $13 a month. I don't know. I didn't have that plan. Specifically in my case, I was touring, I was traveling around the country. I needed access to all of the locations that Planet Fitness had and that were offered to me. And I took advantage of it for those 2 or 3 years while I was driving around the country, and it was great. And I never regretted having the membership at all. But $25 a month ends up to being somewhere around $300 a year. I think I did the math, and it's just like 5 years of that since 2020 to now. That's roughly about like $1,500 plus the $50 annual fee every year. That comes to like another $300. You just slap that on top, and it's like, I never even realize it. I never think about it. It just comes straight out of my bank account. And it's just like, you just never consider the fact that you're just donating money to this corporation who is aware that you are not even using the benefit that you're paying for. So take one moment right there and just think about that. These are how subscription-based models work. They understand that at some point, after the novelty phase wears off, that you're not going to be utilizing their service and they're going to be making money off you for free. I actually don't have a lot of subscriptions. Like, I really don't. And this was one of those subscriptions that I realized that I wasn't using. And once I realized it, like once I came into full awareness that I hadn't used this and I couldn't remember the last time I used it, I decided that I was going to cancel it. Money isn't small when it escapes quietly. In those 5 years accumulated to probably about 17 or 1800 bucks that could have remained in my bank account, or maybe I should have actually made time for the gym, but I'm a busy person. I'm doing a lot of stuff. You know, it just doesn't revolve around my lifestyle anymore. And even though $25 a month is a small amount of money, it's something that I could save and accumulate and put to use in other ways. It just no longer matches my lifestyle. It's like I'm very active at work. I'm very active in my life. Like I said, I have a morning routine where the first thing I do is I wake up, I make some coffee. Well, that's later in my routine, but I drink water first thing every morning. I make a point to drink some water, hydrate my system. The next thing I do after I drink my water is I do some push-ups, a set number. I try to hit 25 every morning and 25 sit-ups. If I can do more, I'll do more. If I can bust out another set, if I'm feeling motivated, I'll bust out another set. But I know that I'm going to be working later on, and I'm going to be getting those steps in, and I'm going to be lifting boxes, and I'm going to be getting it popping at work. So getting to the gym after that, after 10, 11 hours of work, it's a long day. So it's usually not going to happen. And I put movement into my lifestyle. Like, movement is part of my lifestyle. If you can integrate that into your lifestyle, then why do you need a gym? I'm going to be honest, a lot of times in the gym, I was just using the bike or the row machine anyway. And I already have an actual bicycle that I actually ride. So it's like another thing. It's just another thing that like kind of cancels out the gym. It's like, I mean, I did hit the weights too, but it's just like riding the bike was just more of my thing. Like, I've always ridden a bike since I was a child, and my body's used to it, and it's something that I enjoy. Except being out in the real world where the wind hits your face and you're seeing scenery pass you by, rather than being on a stationary piece of machinery, it suits my lifestyle better. So I incorporate naturally and daily by working and getting out into nature and breathing real air instead of recirculated air inside of a building. I incorporate movement naturally into my life, which was another reason that I realized I don't need to have a gym membership. Point number 4, and this is not at all to stab at PF, because I love PF. I love the colors. I love the marketing. I love all of it. I love the establishments. I love how you're all over the country. And when I get back into my touring routine, I'm sure I'll join again. It takes 30 seconds to pick up the app, because you sign up in the app now and rejoin the membership. And it's just like I said before, gyms profit off the membership. They profit off the fact that they know that you aren't going to show. They're not sending you emails saying, hey, we got this going on at the gym this week. We got this going on. You know, this is how you can stay motivated in your workout and all that stuff. No, they're not sending you nothing, because if they send you something, you might remember, oh yeah, I'm actually not going to the gym and I'm paying for it. They're profiting off of the fact that you aren't even there. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the way that the business works, because business is just business. But it's like the stage that I'm in my life, it's about being aware. It's about recognizing where you are in your life and the things that are happening to you and the things that you are doing in your life. And this is just all part of awareness. And I became aware that this is a system that's designed to profit off of you. And again, it's just business. I'm not mad at you, PF. I love you. But right now, I don't need to be giving you my money. When I start touring up again, I'm sure, and I have days where I'm doing nothing, I'll sign back up. I'll give you that $25 because I can do everything I need to do in your gym in any part of the country. And that's a beautiful benefit. But I'm not going to be benefiting you when you're not benefiting me. Therefore, today I had to cancel my gym membership. These subscriptions, they run off of inertia. And that's part of you not being aware of what's going on. You know, you're not aware that you're not going and that you're just supporting this system. And it's just like, once I became aware of it, you know, once I decided to become aware of things that I was doing in my life and things that were happening to me, things that I was doing, I became aware that I don't need this. I don't need this membership. It's not something that I want to have in my life. There's so many people, like I said before, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. There's millions of people that have a membership. I worked with a guy in a warehouse back in 2015, and he had a gold gym membership, and he actively admitted to me, he's like, I never go. I was like, why don't you cancel? He's like, I just don't care. And it's like, I don't care about paying my Planet Fitness membership. There was many times I thought about canceling. I just didn't feel like driving here to cancel it. But today I decided no more. You know, that's a tank of gas, bro. Even in my car, it takes 2 tanks a month driving back and forth to work. And this is a tank. I just got a tank back that I get to keep for myself. You know, there's other things that I can spend the money on. Nobody cancels out of urgency to cancel a gym membership. You cancel after you become aware of what's happening and that you're not utilizing the benefit. So I realized again that I'm not utilizing the benefit. I don't need to have the gym membership right now. I decided I'm going to stop paying for an identity that I'm no longer living. It's like the gym isn't my life, bro. I have no desire to be buff, you know. I practice other forms of exercise, of being active, and I just don't need to be in the gym. It's just not who I am. I'm just not a gym guy. It's like, even today, I walked in there, opened the door, it's like, bang, you get hit with that wall of sweat smell, you know? People in there sweating, getting it in, you know, it's beautiful. But it's just like, that's not my vibe. That's not my scene. I don't need to be there. If I don't have any desire to be working out all day, getting fit, getting jacked, getting toned, I'm just trying to work out to live. I can do that in another way. I like to work out my own body weight. Like I said, I like to ride bikes, and it's just not that big of a deal for me to have a gym membership. For some people, that's life, bro. That's their blood. That's what they bleed. That's what they sweat. And that's their that's their identity. That's who they are. And for them, a gym membership is completely necessary. For me, it is not. Walking in there today, not in gym clothes. You know, I got a nice jacket on today. I got a nice shirt on because I'm going to do other things after I leave here. I just stopped to make this video because I felt so good walking out of there. It felt liberating to cancel that membership. The fact that, you know, this company is silently extracting money from my bank account. And most of the times I'm never even thinking about it. If Mike wasn't talking to Joe on Tuesday about them going to the gym, I would have never thought about it. I would have never became aware. I was aware of it, but I would have never brought the awareness to the forefront of my mind that I'm not using this gym membership. And that's the biggest point. It's just like, why am I paying for something I'm not using? It's just like I'm buying a pizza with all the toppings that I want and I'm giving it away. I mean, it's great if you're giving it to people who actually need food, but it's like if you're giving it to Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos, it's like, why are you doing that? You know, like you're just making them wealthier. Now they don't got to go buy pizza. They can just eat whatever they want to eat anytime. And it's just like you're supporting them and you really don't need to be supporting them. It felt liberating to walk out of there knowing that I'm not paying for something I don't need. I'm not subscribed to an identity that is no longer mine. You know, that I'm not part of this system that is not benefiting me. That felt liberating. Okay, they used to have like free pizzas and bagels and stuff that were great when I was on tour, because I would just snatch a pizza, I would snatch a couple of bagels while I was on the road and put them in the car and leave them there for later when I ate them. And then after a while they took away the Tootsies, but today it was just liberating leaving them there. And they had the Tootsies out again today, the purple ones. I grabbed the whole handful of those Tootsies, and it's just like, you don't believe me, I got the evidence right here, a whole handful of those Tootsies. And I was just like, I had no shame in taking them because I knew that I had paid for them. You know, years of paying for those Tootsies. And it just felt good grabbing that handful. I think I grabbed 2 handfuls, just keeping it 100. And knowing that I won't be back until I need that subscription. The guy who canceled my membership, I was like, if I just want to rejoin at some point, I can just come back in and sign. He's like, bro, you don't even need to come in here. He's like, you can just sign up on the app. He's like, you can sign up tomorrow again if you want to. It's like, it's no big deal. You can do it. Sign up takes 30 seconds through the app. You just enter your information in again. So it's just like, I can rejoin anytime I want to. No harm, no foul. PF ain't mad at me. I'm not mad at PF. I'm just going to keep my money in my pocket until I need you guys again. I appreciate everything that you guys have given me over the years. I appreciate you being there for me. I'm just not going to support a cause that doesn't actually need my support. It's not that you guys were taking advantage of me, because like I said, it's just business and I get that. But I can rejoin anytime that I want to. And that was the best part. So in closing, I just want to ask you, what things are you paying for in your life? Not only subscriptions, what things are you subscribed to spiritually, mentally, daily in your life that you aren't actually using? Could be church, could be school. You're going to school and you're not really passionate about it. Could be being forced to learn something that you don't actually want to learn. You could be going to a job every day that you hate, and you know there's other things better that you could be doing for yourself to occupy your time and that will enrich your life in a better way. I mean, look at me. I'm sitting here in a Planet Fitness parking lot recording a video because it's one of the last times I'll be here since I canceled my membership. And since last October 18th of 2024, I haven't been in this parking lot, but I've been paying to be here. What do you subscribe to that isn't benefiting you? I'm asking you to look at that in your life, because you might be able to make a change in your life that saves you $25 a month, which isn't a lot of money, but each year that's $300. Over the course of 5 years, it's about $1,800. Plus that annual membership fee, it's like, we'll just round it up to 2 G's over 5 years. That's not even counting the 2 years before that I actually was using the service. So I paid even more to this giant, massive corporation. So take a moment today after you finish this video and think, what subscriptions are you subscribed to in your life that you're not even using? Could be Netflix, could be Hulu, could be whatever you subscribe to, bro. Whatever you subscribe to. My name is Pentley Holmes. I'm a singer-songwriter in pursuit of a wild dream. And I hope that you were able to extract a little bit of knowledge, information, and learning from this, this video. After I leave this parking lot, I'm actually going to cancel my full coverage insurance on a van that I have that I don't even drive. I'm keeping the van, but I don't need full coverage on it. I paid the van off 5 years ago. What I owe, the same amount of time that I've had this membership that I haven't been using. So if you want to learn more about me, check me out on my website. It's pentleyholmes.com. If you want to get in touch with me to book me for a show, send me a DM on Instagram or shoot me an email. It's my first name at gmail.com. I hope to see you in the next one.